Ну или не поставлю на паузу. Ну, всякое бывает. Так, что... Кажется, у меня галюны. Я слышу какие-то шорохи. Ладно, вроде бы закончились. Далеко топать, конечно. Ладно, пофиг. Так. Так, много Fallout. Какой прионаши. Прям жалко его. Вот это имеет смысл. доведу все-таки до минимального, потому что там куча способностей все-таки идут именно через восприятие. Надо было мне ловкость скипать при создании персонажа, а не восприятие. Так, это убежище. Да. Не, сюда я не пойду. Нужно только через лагерь гольф будет пройти. Вот здесь, кажется, какая-то пещера каннибала или каннибала. Не помню уже, что там. Да. Это.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has... This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can...
Так. А куда они, кстати, это просто доставить? А, ну хоть не к бомбисту. И на том спасибо.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you... Oh. I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now. There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic. He was a drill instructor I knew. He was also the meanest bastard I've ever known. Once he caught this private out of uniform, and old Dornan went off on the most ear-blistering rant known to man. It was inspiring. Yeah. It was a long time ago. Things were better back then. What do you want to know? Ha! I'm not saying. It's part of my mystique, after all. The truth of it is that I did cut out a raider's heart, but only took a bite to mess with his buddies. They had me surrounded, and I went with the first thing that came to mind. Some ran, and the rest were startled just long enough. Sure do. Had a wife for a while. Tribal girl. Really pretty eyes. But she's been gone a long time now. Well. Be seeing you.
По-моему, для анклавовского квеста. Да, логично. Давай, Челька, отвернись. И ладно, насрать на него. Ну, больше ничего интересного. Там-то что, тоже гекконы какие-нибудь? Койоты. За них, правда, опыта ни хера не дают. Просто так для себя пострелял. Хотя реально, блин, опыта дают как за ворону, по-моему. Прям таки смешное количество.
Patrolling the Mojave. Y'all sure are a big old hero. I gotta write my mama and tell her I met you. They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard... Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so as my sisters could eat and so as we wouldn't all be killed by raiders, and it's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest in the... Every day she told me that. Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't...
Клёво попасть в армию, потому что еды мало.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the army or the rangers. What can I do for you? In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. Genius is seldom appreciated in its own time. To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone... It's a simple idea. The army offers fiscal security and if you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient.
Охуительная история.
Oh, shit. Here comes the brown noser. What you want?
Так, пришлось отойти.
We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's... Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Whatever. Not like I need any of them. Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west. Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a... Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. At least this way, the badass... What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich... Now the Rangers use the old resort, and we grunts get to live in tents. Right.
Wow. The big celebrity down here with the common troopers. What can I do? I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, I mean, no, they're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive.
Жиза.
They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? Sure.
Hello? Oh, hell. What? I've been here since the first push into Vegas. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a... Yeah, well, somebody has to rent. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have... The squad leader's got some promise. Kid named... I'm going to make them shape up if it kills... You're welcome to try, hell. Man? Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field.
Hey.
Окей, значит, с ними придется по второму кругу базарить.
Y'all sure are a big old hero. To me? I'll tell you what I think. Folks just don't talk to. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you. And I sure hope you're more convinced.
You've managed to become extraordinarily well-liked, but... That seems highly illogical. Well, this is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension. Your insults are both unhelpful.
Oh shit, here comes the Yo, I'll tell you what this squad... Psycho, the big red one. I used to run with the Fiends. I still got...
Так, ну теперь давайте послушаем максимально адекватное решение.
He did, huh? Well, good luck with... Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to... I'm sure the others have...
По-моему, тоже говёное решение.
Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them...
Так.
Okay, everybody's lined up. You heard the man. I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take... Right. Exhale, squeeze. Focus. Thanks for the help.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Wow. The big It helped, but we...
Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не, никаких гранат, никаких гранат. Нет, 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 у меня взрывчатка 6. Слушай, это несерьезно. Я вообще, я вас всех подорву. Вот просто вот так вот. А, вот сюда откатываюсь, да. Ну ладно, я, наверное, тогда пока скипну это задание. Здесь явно нужны атрибуты хотя бы на взрывчатку. Хотя, возможно, если попозырить с остальными, то там будут совсем другие скилл-чеки, и потом остальные проходить не надо. Но это на потом. Серьезно, здесь тоже болотники. Были. Серьезно, у меня мачете до сих пор в быстром доступе. Я думал, я ее уже 1000 лет назад убрал. Или вообще продал. Ну серьезно. Ай, ладно. Сплаваю все-таки. Ничего себе плюха. Так, вот там туда плыть не очень безопасно. Ну, в любом случае, здесь везде странные кассадоры, поэтому ладно. Нормас. Да ну, это все. Что-то мало. Помнится, в одном из прохождений я делал несколько таких перевалочных пунктов, чтобы можно было играть без фаст-тревела и останавливаться в них. Я здесь закидывал там типа всяких там стимпаков, еды, воды, В одном из пунктов у меня всегда лежал этот типа спальник из DLC. Не то чтобы я ими этими пунктами потом особо пользовался, но типа все равно прикольно было. Вот одно из этих мест было здесь. Какого черта микроядерной батареи весит настолько много? Вес просто неадекватно. Так, еще один из пунктов, который я помню, это на автозаправке рядом с Новаком. Давай. Отлично.
I hear there's a ghost in these mountains, and it doesn't like the NCR much.
Так, вот и последний пост.
You're here to sell. No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't. You think I haven't tried? We're not gonna die. This is the frontier of NCR. South of here is Camp Guardian, but they've been having. We keep getting deliveries of ammunition.
What brings you to Ranger Station? You're not stationed here, but your rep with the NCR speaks for itself. It's mostly... I really shouldn't be doing this. We're here to make sure the Legion doesn't try to sneak around Lake Mead and...
Welcome back. The station's been silent for quite some time now. I guess this confirms what we've all... I'll switch over all radio broadcasts to the new encrypted channel. Before you go, we've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties at Alpha, super mutant legionaries at Delta. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their... I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and...
Супермутанты-легионеры.
Hey. Yeah? No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from... That patrol was wiped out by its own
Did you need something else? High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died. Any injury, illness, or death? Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign... There are other ranger posts around. Reyes...
Hello? Yeah? Yeah, it's a damn shame. Being posted here is her second and last chance. You must be mistaken. I haven't... If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of...
I wish I was
Welcome back. I knew it. Every one of the false... I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and...
station of Karen. I heard they still get...
Back west, you don't see too many of these. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a rain... You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up.
Так.
I could
Ну,
tell you a
слушай,
lot
просто
if
так
you had the
поговоришь с ним.
time, but at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want it. If you want some tall tales about hunting down, it's kind of a long one, but off-right. About 20, 25 years. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they built this little shanty town around a well. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming. The men looked at each other and looked. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 rangers on the way out. 10 rangers, 5 men with .308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Raised big horners. Had some tough...
Охуительная история.
In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as... Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate. He wasn't... When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east. But once they were in, they were stuck there. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon Sharp. That only lasted about a minute before. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and by the time the veterans got to the ridge, they followed us down there, but we had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it didn't. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. He went south, back to the... Not too long ago, they took Nelson. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado. And the monstrosity on the hill across the... Some folks don't believe he's here yet, but you can tell. You don't have to see the man to... Searchlight was worse. One of Caesar's crewmen... Nelson was barely set up. We had a big stretch of unprotected land between 4... A decanus named Dead Sea took the place and caused... It's no secret we've had better campaign. We're stretched thin in the long 15 just... NCR's Senate has got funds tied up. You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even have proper... Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR. Brahmin barons only have one. It's complicated. Goes way back. I told him. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol range... Senate elections are coming up. Local representatives don't want to push any more funding to the Mojave campaign because it's unpopular. Most of the folks around the boneyard, all they know is that their money gets sucked away to this desert and they're... The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers. Like a lot of the followers who went out in the wilderness, not much different from how the Rangers used to. Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of John. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still. Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning. The Praetorians covered Graham and... It's not that clear cut. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon Sharp. Some folks think he's still alive. Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explode. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his... Folks around here call me the chief, but handling's just fine. The range, mostly administrative work, helping coordinate it. Legion fight. Caesar's a hard man to figure out, but he always wants you to know. Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, don't worry. Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are. This job isn't all gun. You have you? Misdirection. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. He's closer now than he ever was before. People back home don't listen. They don't care. It's been so many years that people forget about it. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? It's never gonna end, this fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young... The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar more than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do, first thing that comes to mind is to turn me in, even if your heart's in the right place. Fair enough. Rangers, this is the chief. I know I can ramble on sometimes, but I need you to listen close for the next minute or so. I've got some bad news. I messed up. Made a mistake.
Morning.
I thought I could help us get out of here, but it didn't work out. I messed up. Made a mistake. I thought I could help us get out of here, but it didn't work out. Rangers get injured all the time. It's part of the job. But if you lose a few fingers, get a bad break, that's it. You step down. Rangers get injured all the time. It's part of the job. But if you lose a few fingers and get a bad break, that's it. You step down. We rely on each other too much to let our infirmities become a liability. The Ranger knows when it's time. Only I didn't. We rely on each other too much to let our infirmities become a liability. The Ranger knows when it's time. Only I didn't. Somewhere along the way, something broke inside me. I couldn't find its way out of this desert. I wrestled with it, and it took me down a dark road. Somewhere along the way, something broke inside. I couldn't find its way out of this desert. I wrestled with it, and it took me down a dark road.
Hello.
I wish I could explain it to you. The old chief's finally at a loss for words. I wish I could explain it to you.
Господи, заканчивай.
Chief's finally at a loss for words. Send me all the legion you can. I'll be waiting for it. Send me all the legion you can. I'll be waiting for it.
That shot came from the chief's office.
Эй. А, пистолет рядом лежит, окей. Так.
Chief, why did you do it? We can monitor ranger activity all through the region with the systems here.
Окей. Ух, какой. Ну, сама стрельба не очень. Какой у него урон? Довольно маловато на самом деле. Так, ладно, это потом можно сделать. Так, сейчас можно к ванграфам сходить. И после этого выполнить квест Кэссиди.
Afraid I'm gonna have to search you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work. Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only... It just so happens a position opened up recently. Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
Welcome to the Sylv. Ah. I've been paired with worse, I guess. Anyway. Good. Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area. I'll get your gear ready. Okay, now... Nothing wrong with going plasma. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on... Settle in. You got some hours left before your shift ends. Here comes a winner. I'll let you handle this one. Good. Stick to the rules. Another one coming. You're on.
Hi. I was... Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not so hard, is it? Heads up. Looks like we got another customer.
Как же я люблю подобные квесты в играх. Но, к сожалению, разработчики не понимают, что рутина тоже может быть интересной.
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the... Now hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. I suppose it's all right.
He's clean.
See? Told you so.
Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in? That's not really necessary. Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work. Hey!
What in the hell do you suppose that was about? Help me clean this up. No one's gonna want to shop here with a corpse out front. Crap. This I do not need today. Keep your head straight, Ricky. Things are about to get interesting.
Hey, Simon. How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good lately. We can afford to help.
Good to hear, buddy. So is the boss lady in?
You know she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I would. Anyway.
Way to keep your head, rookie. Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closed. Oh.
Simon's been telling me how it went. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons. That is to say, you performed as Unfortunately, I found someone else. However, there's a deal that we've been working on. I need you to run a... Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the... That said, try not to dawdle.
Keep moving.
Кайфово. Еще бы собака по фану не ныла. Было бы вообще замечательно. Так, что за говно? Звук отключился.
Are you the Van Graff's emissary? Do you have... I wasn't in... That you would have... I've heard no such report.
Так, я хочу денег. Ясно. Я забыл засейвиться.
Are you the Van Graff's emissary? I wasn't in...
Ты вырофлить. Серьезно? 2 харизмы дают только 4 очка? Ну это прям нелепо. Ну то есть, это буквально нелепо. Это слишком мало. На обычной книге у меня, скорее всего, нет. Или есть.
Are you the Van Graff's emissary? Such a thing is possible. Ah, then our...
Что за вылеты рандомные?
Hello. In that case, I suppose if someone were to recover my caravan... Oh, you charming one. Here is what I owe. Here is the last known location.
Обязательно поищу.
Keep moving.
Welcome back. And? Good. Good. Oh. Jean-Baptiste was talking about...
Ah, just the person. My sister is very impressed with you so far. Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance. All right then. If we're going to... Recently, Glory negotiated a deal between us and a big-time player. We're talking... Your part in this is simple. To find... Her name is Rose of Sharon Cassidy. That's some fancy shit, right? Don't know what her mother... But this girl and I, we need to have a... Really? We'll tell you what. Find her...
You come around like a bad habit. No idea. Go with you. So you're looking for walking the Mojave caravan? Well, now that I'm free, I'd like to pay my upside of Vegas. Been weeks. Only wishful thinking on my... I got them. Thanks. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over in... If I'm there with you, shouldn't be...
Вот.
God, there's almost nothing left. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burnt. So close to the Vegas wall, too. No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? We should check the wagon. Whatever we find.
По-моему, я здесь уже все прочищал, и здесь, в общем-то, ничего нет.
You know what? One of our caravan... I wonder if he made the same... Yeah. It... More energy weapons hit this caravan. This is brotherhood. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find.
Так не, я передумал. Ну, давай, мы все посмотрели.
What's that? They've marked another. Yeah, it's not any close. Another caravan burned. Let's look around. That does it. That's Crimson Caravan and the van. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show NCR. That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion. All right. But if I see either...
И она сказала, что она пойдет только на ванграфов или на красный караван тоже. Ладно, в любом случае. Можно просто сделать вот так. Не знаю, какой из каких способов решения этого квеста приведет к каким пассивкам, но если честно, то мне не важно. Ходить с кэссиди я все равно не буду. Блин, она на другой стороне. Ну и ладно.
Got a problem?
И как я чисто теоретически туда прокрадусь? Допустим, со стелс-боем.
You find any evidence? No shit. There it is. But... well, Jackson and the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graff. All right, let's hit the road.
Evening. Appreciate the help. What is it? All right, this is... I can't. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alec. I know some things are hard to let go. I can promise that. What happens after? God, what a mess. If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. For what it's worth, I appreciate you. I'll do what I can.
Well, that's settled, I suppose. Feels... wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west when riled. They're also mired in procedure and paper out there. I think that settles accounts with me and my men.
Так, ну, отличненько. В принципе, можно еще какой-нибудь один квест по-быстренькому сделать. Желательно что-нибудь покороче. У меня опять все эти пинды слетели. Хотя можно из охотничьих пострелять, вот. Я просто помню, что сейчас эти гадюки какие-то налетят. Ну, по-моему, эта ферма никому не принадлежит. Поэтому фармим экспо. Очень интересно, как я это раскопал. Ручками. Там была пометка про 4-ю страницу дневника. А я нашел тут 2. Oh shit.
Hang on there, traveler. You'll want to steer clear. I was stationed. I've since taken... Some legionaries snuck... I don't know where they got it, but it was damn... I was out on patrol. There were a few... between radiation... I don't know, unfortunately. The Rangers at Echo have been keeping an eye on that plate. They appear to be running a slave train. If you could scout out the camp... Also, if you're any good at covert ops, I would love... Good to hear. Report back. Head north toward Novak. Look for it. The whole area. Mostly ghouls.
У меня ж вроде какая-то зависимость развивалась. Странно.
True to Kaiser.
Где-то мудак ходит. Сраный Аврелий. Я понял. Извиняюсь. Где он вообще может быть? Мистер Аврелий, вы засели в туалете? Что за мудак?
Damn slavers.
Fuck you. Ну,
Yes? Name your concern. The things the profligates will build. Find that officer and give him this old map of our patrol route.
You back. What can I do? Let's see. This is more than I could have hoped for. Looks like they're planning to shift their raids north of Vegas. I'll shift some of the Rangers. Here's some caps.
я считаю несправедливым то, что мне сейчас карму забрали.
Holding my breath. Why the hell are we wandering so much? A man and 2 shots in the head without an auto dock? Who's this snake? So he robbed you? Robbing? Caravan coat of the wastes is you don't fuck. Hope this shithead knows what he's in for. Can't say I've heard the name. Or heard of. Still, suit means money, and suits stand out. Don't you worry. Gift for my dad. Mom said he got the name out of some. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. You know, like one of the tribes from the east. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom. Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was... As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or... Not a clue. When he left, I was 2 in my crib. Got his name, got this pen. Short of caps is what taught me mostly. And here tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the... Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets. Want to clear... Some of Twister's out of the divide can block off a pass in no time. So you learn how to handle... Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to it. What, you mean like spears? Not sure if I chose it, or it chose me. Still, I'm guessing I got some of... Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough. Yeah, on account of my name. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a... It's all in how you drink it, though. There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Sometimes I have to brew it myself. Yeah. What else you gonna do? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave. Started? Well, it's this slimy, scaled thing. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading. Used to say it could sing. Actually, it sort of was driving me crazy. Yeah, west, east. Well, not. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the. Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Don't take that as anything more than my words. I bet you're. I know your look. My point. The caravan. And if it's not raiders, powdered. Anyone wise does. They deal with anyone. I don't trade caps. There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. They guard their roads, their supply lines. I am. But they don't. Caravans get... NCR try. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't... You're lucky if you turn a profit... Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a... Well, as long as those come... And it's a shame. But some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative... NCR's my country. I know which side of the firing line I... Yeah, I'm not some blind... You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up... That's NCR. They're They try to put... Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. So NCR try... They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. Aside from the people... Ever seen NCR troops? And when those gangs were caused by NCR... Look, I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas family. NCR just has some shaping up to do. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. Much as anyone else. NCR makes... Couldn't tell you much more than that. I'll get out of your hair then.
Отлично. Завтра нужно будет забрать Рауля. На этом все.